Today I'm getting out of the city and heading out to find some nature. I'm using Google Maps and my drone to find a parking spot and hopefully avoid a ticket. And then we're going to take a little e-bike ride and discover a beautiful sunset. Today I'm waking up in a parking lot in San Jose, California. We're only a few days away from October, but the nights are finally cooling down enough that I'm able to sleep without running the air conditioner. I've been staying in this city for about a week now, but I'm ready to move on and find some nature. We've got a big day ahead of us. Let's get ready. I'm using a new toothpaste. Actually, it's not a paste. It comes in single serving tablets. You just pop one into your mouth and chew it up, kind of like a soft breath mint. Then brush away. I really like how it foams up and it leaves my mouth feeling super fresh. Now, this isn't a sponsored post. This company doesn't even know about me. I just really enjoy their product. Even though the nights are cooling down into the 50s, today is calling for a high of 97. So it looks like I'll be reaching for shorts and a t-shirt again. And of course, no matter what the weather, I always load up with my daily carry gear, an LED flashlight, my favorite Kershaw pocket knife, and this really cool card carrier wallet. And it all fits comfortably right into these tactical shorts. Let's hop into the driver's seat and pull up Google Maps to find a cool nature location with some nearby street camping. All right, so here I am today in this parking lot right next to a Safeway, and we are just west. We're actually a little bit west of San Jose. And so if you guys watched last week's video, you saw that I found this super cool spot out here, Alviso Marina County Park, where I hung out during the day on the salt flats, and then I found this really good stealth camping spot just a few miles away. And so somebody commented on that video who was from San Jose, and they said if you go left a few miles, there is a nature preserve that is also super beautiful, and it has some nice biking trails. It looks like we have a little lake, Shoreline Lake, and then up here, Palo Alto Baylands Nature Preserve Trail. And so we'll take a look at this, and looks pretty nice. Sorry, I can't get the photos centered on the app here, but looks pretty good. Lots of nature, lots of animals, and I just like the fact that I'm out away from, the busy city. The energy is so much different once you get out into the nature. And so it looks like, as we zoom in here, you can see this is all industrial. This looks like residential. No, this is all industrial. Google. This is like a big Google facility. Okay. So, man, there's some industrial right here that backs right up to the nature preserve. Let's zoom in. Here's their all their parking here lines up against the nature preserve. And then look, right across the street, you can see there's a bunch of big RVs lined up. That looks like it could be a box truck right here. Up in the front, that looks like a van. And then over here, a bunch of RVs. And let's see, let's go south. Look, here's a bunch more RVs parked on the street. So clearly, this is an area that's probably going to be safe to park, in the sense that I won't get towed or ticketed or hassled. So let's go ahead and head out this direction and see how close I can get to the nature preserve. And it looks like we are about 12 minutes away. Let's go. So it was a short, easy drive to the spot, and I decided to throw up the drone so I could get kind of a bird's eye view of the new location and see what it looks like. The live view looks almost identical to the Google Maps view. That was a very accurate representation of the area. And honestly, I'm surprised that they're allowing this many rigs to be parked on a street like this in California. I went ahead and did some walking down the street, and I did see this notice on the windshield of one of the RVs. What's interesting is it clearly says it's just a warning, not a citation or a ticket, and it just says you're in violation of the 72-hour parking limit and that you have to move the vehicle within 1,000 feet and not return to this location for 24 hours. Now, that's a pretty gentle ordinance for the city of California. Usually, they're a lot more harsh than that. And this poor guy had a flat tire, so I don't think he's leaving anytime soon. A lot of the RVs looked pretty well dug in. This guy had window covers on, and he had a propane tank hanging from underneath the vehicle. And then on the opposite side, he was actually up on leveling blocks. So I think some of these guys have probably been here for a pretty long time. This looks like a great spot for me. I never stay in the same place for more than a couple days, so the 72-hour ordinance would be no problem. And you know what's interesting is I saw one sign, and it wasn't even a no parking sign. It just said if you're discharging sewage into the city streets, you're subject to being towed. So it's almost like they know people are living here and they're allowing it just as long as you don't dump your black tanks, which is wild. Here's my spot for the next couple days. The street directly across from the preserve was full, but I'm just a few hundred feet away. The street is fairly level and there doesn't seem to be much traffic. I think it's going to be a great spot. Just look at all this nature to be explored. There are several hiking paths you can choose. There's a paved path that surrounds the lake, and additionally a long gravel pathway that runs along the bay. And that one's e-bike friendly, so I'm going to go for a ride before the sun sets. So I went with a folding e-bike so that I would be able to keep it on my passenger seat, and I cover it up in a wool blanket to try to deter anybody from breaking in to steal it. I've been really happy with this e-bike. It survived Burning Man, it cleaned up really easily, and I took it to an outdoor car wash and pressure washed the whole thing down, and it still powers up and the electronics function just fine. So seems like a pretty well built bike. Also, it's just super easy to set up. You just unfold it, lock the frame, unfold the handlebars, lock them down, slide up the seat, and you're ready to go. Adding an e-bike to your van life experience really allows you to expand your adventures. This trail is about a 5-mile loop, and I'm able to cover that distance in less than an hour and see a lot of beauty that I just wouldn't be exposed to if I was going on foot. And of course, riding a bike is just more fun than walking. The wind blowing through your hair while speeding down a tight path is an experience that's pretty hard to beat. Well, this looks like the end of the road for me. I saw this gravel pit on Google named the Dust Bowl. Pictures showed it as a dried up pond with bike jumps at the bottom, but there's definitely a good amount of water in there today. I guess I'll have to wait till next time to try it out. So I decided to drink some Gatorade while watching the sunset. What a great ending to another beautiful day of van life. And this right here, this is why I do it, and why I've been doing it for 6 years now. I love the adventure of exploring new locations and the challenge of finding free places to stay. This spot I discovered today was the best of both worlds. I've been pleasantly surprised by everything San Jose had to offer. I never would have guessed it's such a cool spot. And I haven't even explored the coastline yet. That's coming up next week. I have just a few more days here, then I'll be continuing my journey south for the winter, and I'm definitely excited to see what the coastal towns have to offer. I'm sure that my stealth camping skills will be pushed to their limit, but I'm still going to find some sweet spots.